What can $3 million get you just west of Panama City Beach and as close to the beach as possible? Well, let's go find out. We've got this beautiful 2-story, it's 5 bedrooms, 6-bathroom home, custom built in 2021. This thing is fantastic. The oasis in the backyard is absolutely incredible. So stick around for it. I'm going to show you the interior first. We're here at 75 Palayo Ave in Seagrove Beach. Seagrove is this really cool part of 30A that's kind of like old Florida feel. It's not super presumptuous. It's very kind of calm and chill. Lots of new construction going on. You're going to see a lot, like even this road right now, we're still at a gravel road stage. There's construction going on right next door. But right across the street, or not even across the street, just this street right over here that tees with us, that's 30A proper. And on the other side of that, just a couple feet, like a little walking distance away, is the beach access. So super convenient, super great house. We're at 3,074 square feet. And like I said, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths with an ensuite in every bedroom. I was gonna walk up without showing you guys this glorious door. Let me turn you around. Okay. I do want to showcase real quick how much parking you have. This is easily 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 vehicles wide this way. And get a look at this beautiful home. Just the little details throughout. Absolutely love this. Wait till you guys see the inside though. These quartz countertops are absolutely amazing. All right, here we are. So immediately to our left, we've got my little one. Nope, she does not come with the house. So we've got this great living space here, great for entertaining or doing your homework. And this beautiful fireplace here. They call this house the Via Dolce, and it's absolutely so fitting. I love how they've got all these different seating areas. There's just so much space to kind of hang out. So very much a popular rental. We've even got a playroom over here. You can play some games.
I want to cute.
And we've got this huge chef's, not a chicken, a kitchen. All right, look at this. So we've got 5 bar stools here and this massive island. I absolutely love this quartz countertop. You're gonna see it a few different locations here in the house. And just the fixtures that they've chosen and the plantation shutters throughout. They're just these really beautiful little, I don't know, just different beauty points, if you will, on the property. And even look at this backsplash, so beachy, very much like a mother of pearl style here. And then of course your 4-burner gas stove. So Samsung appliance, and we've got some Maytag over here as well, and some KitchenAid. And LG, so not a matching appliance package like some OCD folks. Listen, sometimes you need different brands because unlike Apple products would like to believe, listen, I don't care if you're an Apple user, I'm gonna say it anyways. Sometimes you need to be able to mix and match some products to get the absolute best experience across all the platforms. I said what I said. One of the cool things about this property is we have a master, or the master rather, on the first floor. This is super important because a lot of folks really want the master on the first floor. This just makes it possible for this property to be used as either a primary residence Or as a rental, you could absolutely use it part-time and then rent it out the rest of the time. This house is fantastic. It's got tons of space, tons of parking, no HOA, so it's not gonna cut into your bottom line. So if you're the type that's like, yeah, I'm only gonna live in Florida as a snowbird, sure, someone else can use my stuff during the other part of the year, and I'll just make some money towards the mortgage or just in general. This is definitely a great one for that. Let me show you just how beautiful this bathroom is. This is the master bath. I love this tub so much. I always love these huge soaking tubs. Y'all, I know I'm not a big person, but I still really appreciate big showers and big tubs. Listen, I can't explain it, all right? I just like to feel small. So if I can have a big shower and a big tub, it's like being a little kid in there, all right? But absolutely love everything with this master bath. And of course, we have the quartz countertops again, the same to match in the kitchen. And I think it's so beautiful. And of course, the glass sinks, very beautiful touch. They've just got beautiful touches all throughout. And I'm sure you saw out that door some of that outside oasis that I was telling you about, but we're gonna check out the rest of the house first, and then we'll go look out there. So this house is listed for $2,875,000. I don't know why I can see the number in my head, but as I'm walking upstairs, it's not coming out of my mouth. Let's show you, we've got this second sitting area. So you've got like a dual living area thing going on in this house, which is fantastic because it obviously has a ton of room for people. So that's something else that's really cool about this property, is you have the master downstairs and then the remaining 4 bedrooms upstairs. So that gives you all kinds of privacy. If maybe you're an older couple and your kids are grown, maybe you're like my little brother and you're gonna live with your parents forever. This is the house you want to talk your parents into, because you have your own living space and multiple bathrooms and bedrooms for the kids to be there as well. Sorry if you're the parent who's going through that. So here's one of the bedrooms. Look at how spacious this bedroom is. So much room for activities. This is one of the few properties that I've been in that doesn't actually have a bunk room, which I'm not mad about. I feel like, I don't know, they can be put in after the fact. Having it not built in means that you have the opportunity to do it yourself, in like a portable measure, as opposed to something that's finite and everyone just has to be okay with it. 2 of these rooms are really cool. They have bathrooms that you have access to them from inside and outside the bedroom, which makes them super convenient from the aspect of sitting out here chilling. And here's another one. Another great thing about this house is this balcony out here in the front. And I love that they have the designed tile down here. It just makes it feel so much more, I don't know, like it wasn't a forgotten part of the house. It was actually intentionally created with the thought of you enjoying something beautiful in mind. Absolutely love it. You do have some carpeting in these bedrooms. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have these love bugs. They're all over the place right now. And I know that I'm not very tall. We just discussed this. However, when I was looking at that love bug from my height, I thought it was one of those, what's the spider with the red fiddle on its back, a black not a recluse, a black widow. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know it's not gonna jump out at me, but I still didn't want to have to kill it. It still gave me a little bit of a fright. Anyways, on with the tour. Our last bedroom upstairs. Again, another great sized bedroom, and it also has access to that same balcony. So you've got 2 bedrooms with access to the balcony, and then 2 on the opposite side. And then of course the master had access to the outdoor oasis. Absolutely love this layout. You've got plenty of bedrooms up here, but you also have that living space. The laundry room is downstairs, and you've got multiple owners' closets. So if you were wanting to use this residence quite a bit yourself, but also rent it out, you could absolutely have your own set of personal or private linens that you would put on whenever you were using the property, and then have completely different sets that were available for whenever tenants were coming through, or guests, if you will. Let's go check out this oasis, and then I want to talk to you guys about what the market is doing, how this property is positioned regarding that market, and hurricanes and insurance, and what we're seeing out here, because y'all keep asking me about insurance, which, by the way, if this is your first time here, thank you for watching. I'm AJ, your trusted 30A buyer's agent here on the Emerald Coast. I do service everywhere from Pensacola to Panama City Beach. So if you have any questions about this property or any others here along the coast, all of my contact information is on the screen. I'm gonna flip the camera around. Oh, y'all, if you ever rent one of these or you're just coming through, you wanna push this button before you open the pool door. They're mandatory, it's a security feature, and the alarm is so loud if you forget to push that button. And I forget to push that button all the time. It gets so loud and obnoxious, and I'm mad at myself because it always happens when I'm on camera. So super fun. All right, let me flip this around. How beautiful is this space? I mean, seriously. You've got an additional full-size refrigerator out here, by the way, and a TV. Here's that access from the master right here that I was talking to you about. And you've got a privacy fence all the way around. And all of this luscious greenery that they've got planted, oh my gosh, I just love it so much. How cute is this? They painted the ceiling blue. I know it's such a simple thing, but it just elevates the space yet again. Like I said, they've got so many cool touches. You've got this lighting that comes across. I bet this place is like amazing at night. I would want to be here 100%. You do have this little patch over here of just green space, basically. You can clearly go out this gate if you wanted to, but this is great for if you have a dog. You still have some green space here. They could use the restroom if necessary. But how, I mean, I'm just gonna walk through it because it's fun to just kind of come through here. If my boss was with me, he'd be like, no, I'm not walking through that. Mostly because he's way taller. How cool is this? Absolutely love this. And banana trees are just the coolest, guys. Those things, I just feel like they're so tropical looking and beautiful. I absolutely love them. I love them. I love this house. I love the way this outdoor area just feels. I could sit out here all day. Actually, I don't know who's gonna buy this yet, but if you're wanting to buy it, I might rent it from you for my birthday. It's coming up. I'm not gonna tell you how old I'm gonna be. Let's go inside. I'm gonna show you the half bath that I haven't showed you yet. And then I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna talk to you like I said I would. So here's that half bath right here off the pool, which makes it super convenient. So if you need to use the restroom after being in the pool, you've got a quick access as soon as you come in, or if everybody's hanging out over here in the kitchen or in this general area. You don't have to go into the master bedroom in order to use the bathroom. Now let me get set up and find a beautiful place. I've got so many to choose from over here, and then we'll talk. Okay, normally I sit down whenever I do this part of the video, but I'm just gonna be standing this time because I've been sitting way too much and I'm not burning enough calories. This thing's letting me know. Anyways, so where are we at? Here in Seagrove, we're close to everything. I mean, you've got Seaside is like 5 minutes away. The beach is within walking distance. You've got Alice Beach and Rosemary Beach like 10 to 12 minutes away, nothing crazy. So you can absolutely access the farmer's market over in Rosemary Beach is fantastic. Seaside is pretty cool too, but Seaside, the parking is a little bit weird. It just stresses me out a little bit. Same thing with Rosemary Beach, but it seems a little bit less stressful for some reason. I don't know, but I like both of those a lot. You're also super close to all kinds of restaurants. I mean, there are restaurants all over the place. Just north of here, off of 98. If you head, I believe, to the east a little bit, you've got Cuvée. If you stay on 30A and you head west, if you head into Dune Allen, you've got the View, which has an amazing view. There are not many restaurants here that have a great view, but the View does, and so does my favorite, Shunk Gullies. I love that place. The food is fantastic. The service is always amazing. They always treat me so good over there. If any of y'all from Shunk Gullies are watching my videos, I love you guys. Thank you for always making me feel like a VIP over there. Their food is fantastic, and the view is exceptional. And you can just walk right across the street over to the Edwaline Beach access. They have this like deck thing that you can go up and get these beautiful photos. I think I let a mosquito in and it bit me. It's welcome to Florida. But absolutely fantastic. So you've got all kinds of great dining over here. And if you found my channel because you were looking in Panama City Beach, this is still very close to Panama City Beach, probably about 30 minutes, but I dare say our food is significantly better. I haven't found, I'm sorry if you're, a restaurant owner or anything over in Panama City Beach, but I've been to a few of the restaurants there, and I'm not even a foodie, but I would rather eat on this side of the bridge. I hate to say it. So you're close to everything. You've got a couple of airports too. So just east of here, if you want to go to ECP over in Panama City Beach, I think that's probably like 45 minutes away. And you're probably closer to like 55 minutes from the VPS airport heading westbound. So you've got airports super close by if you need to travel, and you've got the Publix over at Watercolor. There's everything that you need is super close by. So let's talk about, what did I tell you guys? We're going to talk about insurance, hurricanes, and the market. So we'll go in that order. Insurance, yes, we can absolutely get you insurance here, whether you're paying cash or financing. We're not having any issues with our people obtaining financing. We work with some really great brokers out here, and we've never had an issue. Actually, typically, we're able to quote a lot better rates than when our buyers come to us and they've already got someone that they enjoy working with. I hate to, take someone away from someone. I really believe in loyalty. It's really important to me, especially if someone's done a great job for you. But usually our person can get a significantly better rate, and it just is what it is. If you are looking at a property in a flood zone, then you're basically going to double that insurance because they're completely separate premiums. One's basically going to cover you for, hurricane damage, things of that nature, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. And then flood is going to be anything from rising waters, right? And if you do get some water in your house, it's going to be a fight. So I always recommend get the flood insurance. If it's not required, then it's not going to be a very big premium anyways, and you're covered, you're safe. I like to play it safe, especially for, you're looking at a $3 million property. You want to protect it, especially if it doesn't cost that much to do so. The just in case is worth it. So all of that to say, yes, we can get you insurance, not a problem out here. Yes, there were a bunch of carriers that left Florida, but actually a lot of them are coming back now, and it's becoming a bit more competitive. So hurricanes, how do I feel about hurricanes? Yeah, they're a big deal. I've lived on the water and experienced a hurricane. I had a boat slamming into my house during one that wasn't even supposed to hit us. As a kid, I lived here in Florida before I joined the Army, but then I came back to Florida after I got out. And I've experienced hurricanes, on both sides of that. So I know what it's like as a kid, as an adult, as a homeowner. as a multiple homes owner, they can be a real pain in the butt. But that's what insurance is for. And even if you have to fight them for a while, it typically always kicks in and you end up in a better position. For me, especially with my young daughter and me just not wanting to live in basically a third world country in my house, I'm going to leave the area if a hurricane is coming. I've got a week's notice basically to decide what kind of vacation I want to go on, because I don't want to be trapped in my house in Florida with no AC, no potable water, no beverages, no way to make my coffee. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to not be able to drive somewhere. I don't want to not be able to use my cell phone. I'm a little bougie, all right? Like, I've been deployed enough times that I don't want to camp in my own house. I've done enough camping. I'm going to go take a vacation, and I'll come back after everything has settled, after, the linemen have come and got all the electricity back on, after the water sources are solid again. So it's more about convenience than it is about safety, because it's not that I'm concerned, oh my gosh, my house is going to get taken away. I need to get out of there. That's not the case. But if it was, I would still leave, because I don't want my house to be taken away while I'm in it, right? So it just makes so much more sense to leave the area, regardless whether you're just concerned about the inconvenience or the safety. They make so many cool, property saving devices now. They've got these like pool noodle looking things that you just set in front of the house door, and it'll soak up the water and not let it into the house, basically. So you don't have to worry about lugging around sandbags like we used to have to do. They've got these really cool accordion style shutters. They've got impact rated glass, which is every window in this house. A lot of properties here on 30A are already going to be hurricane rated. So that's something that we really strive for here on the Emerald Coast. It's, because we get hurricanes. So I would much rather deal with a hurricane than an earthquake or a tornado, which I would have like no idea what to do in those situations. I'd just be freaked out, and you have no notice. So I'm cool with hurricanes. What was the last thing? The market and what we're seeing right now. I do have some notes with me because I batch record my video tours of these properties, and I just can't remember absolutely everything. So speaking of which, thank you, Lindsay Parker with Knight Gardner LLC, for letting me tour and showcase your beautiful listing. I absolutely love partnering with other agents. Collaboration happens at the top, competition happens at the bottom, and I love supporting my fellow 30A realtors out here. So let's talk about what's going on here on this side of 30A. So what's actually sold in the past 90 days? There were 44 homes, and on average, they were 2,888 square feet, and they sold for an average of $2.52 million. That's about $863 per square foot. No, I didn't just do that math calculation in my head. I have it written down. They were on the market for an average of 92 days. And the average concessions was about 7.6% off of the list price. So they sold for roughly 92 point whatever percent of their original list price. As far as what is under contract right now, so it's still on the market, but it's got a contract on it, what's pending, there are 21. And this is just in this area of 30A, right? And those have an average of 3,153 square feet. And they're listed for $3.27 million, so about $1,092 per square foot, with an average days on market of 139 days. So we've increased in square footage, we've increased in price significantly, and we've also increased on days on market. So what we're seeing then is the more expensive and larger homes, they're still selling, but they're sitting on the market for just a little bit longer. So what's on the market right now? What's our competition look like? In this area, you've got 144 homes for sale right now, averaging 3,091 square feet, listed for $2.76 million, so about $891 per square foot. And they've been on the market for around 157 days. There's a big range there. We've got, 670,000 to 12 million. So we've got a pretty big gap there. Where do we sit in all of this? We're at about $935 per square foot. So we're a little bit higher than what's active, but we're also below the pending averages. So it's listed pretty well considering our square footage is what, 3,074 if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3,074, whereas the average is 3,091. Especially with this one being basically a new build, I didn't separate that out from this. Maybe I should have. If you have some more detailed questions, you can comment down below. Let me know what your questions are and I can get you some more detailed answers. I like to just keep it kind of broad when we do these videos because we need to leave room for price adjustments and things of that nature. And speaking of price adjustments, this property actually just went through one. So it actually just dropped in price. I don't know if I have its days on the market right now. It's been on for 116 days, which is considerably lower than the average of the other ones that have been on the market at 157. So still doing pretty well, especially when we see then the ones that are pending were on for 139 days. So it makes a lot of sense that this one still hasn't sold yet. Its time just hasn't come. Now, at the time of me shooting this, we have just had a pretty solid rate drop. The VAs and FHAs, even though, typically not going to use one of those for this this price point, they're at 5.5%, where they've been at like 6.25. So that's a pretty serious drop. I'm anticipating the buyers are about to really start coming in heavily. And I know that for a fact because as soon as it happened, I booked 2 appointments just for today, 3 actually, including this one. So we're starting to see a lot of activity. We're probably in that like golden hour right now, which by the time you're watching this, we're going to have passed it, I'm sure. And we're expecting these rates to stay the same, but none of us has a golden ball. So can't be for sure on how long we're going to have these. But on the next video, I'll let you know how things went for this week once we got that rate drop. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe bell and hit the subscribe button and ding the bell so that you get notified every time I do another video. And if you're feeling kind of sleepy and you're not really sure what you're going to do for the rest of the evening, you can go ahead and click on this clip over here and it'll take you to another one of my videos and maybe that'll do the trick to put you to sleep. Otherwise, I'll just catch y'all at the next one. Bye, y'all.